Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Um Listen. So, as you can tell by the title, um we're going to be talking about the fact that people feel like boys love is boring. And is boys love boring? In my opinion, yes, but that's okay. Boys love is boring, but that's okay. It's a genre that doesn't lend itself to these long form series, 12 episodes, an hour long. Like, it doesn't, the premise, the plot, everything about it, they're too long for what they're trying to do, right? And yes, you can say there's other like side plots that you could be potentially doing, but Boys Love is not interested in doing deeper narratives all the time. You have stuff like Not Me and Moonlight Chicken that have more things going on with the world, and that does include other relationships beyond the romance, and lots of other shows do that too. But a lot of shows don't heavily, they're not consistent with it, right? And I want to make this video. Actually, I'm watching my friend's dogs. I'm about to go walk them, but I thought I could make this really quick. Um, Someone tweeted out, I guess, how the trainee is boring, and one of my peers retweeted and was like, "Y'all just think a show is boring because they're not jumping into bed with each other. That it's a slow burn kind of thing." And I take not offense to that, but I don't agree with that notion because I feel like everyone wants to throw in if a show is boring because people don't appreciate a show and call it boring because the characters are not having a bunch of sex scenes. Now, I think maybe 6, 7, maybe months ago, a year ago, maybe I made a video about the NC-17 scenes being showcased in Boys Love recently. Is it too much? Is it necessary? I may re-upload that video because I forgot where it was at because I privated it, but I think I'm gonna re-upload it. When I do, you'll see on the channel. But long story short, I said in my video is there's nothing wrong with having sex scenes. There's nothing wrong with liking the sex scenes. The problem with the sex scenes is that they fill in time. They fill in time and they can be gratuitous. They can be excessive. And when you watch them, you can be like, oh, okay, that's nice and all, but like, where's the plot? You're doing more of this than the plot. And I said it's the equivalent to the shows that don't have the sex scenes, but they do all this like goofy fun stuff or cutesy like interaction type of things. It serves the same purpose. It wastes time. Your show isn't better because it's more PG, right? And the other show is not better because it's more risque, but it's not worse because of it either. That's the point I was making in that video. And I just don't agree with the excuse for a show being boring or people's opinion being that it's boring because they're not seeing a bunch of sex scenes. These shows are boring. They blow out the plot lines with unnecessary scenes. They do all these things to kind of pad it out. They have to. They have to do product placement. They gotta like have like goofy fun moments because they can't organically make it a comedy sometimes, and so they kind of have it like be fun and goofy and silly, and it's a waste of time for the most part. And I haven't seen the trainee. I don't know if it is boring. I kind of want to see what's up with it. I might actually watch it after this. After I walk the dogs, I might watch the first episode to kind of get a vibe of it. But if someone says it's boring, I am inclined to believe them, and that's okay. Like, I feel like you are watching these shows and you like the actors. Sometimes the actors are your favorites, so you kind of excuse everything. Or maybe there is a trope you like in the show, so you're kind of like, ooh, you like that trope, but you're not taking in consideration the amount of time that you have on the episode. Like, it's an hour long, and like, are you yawning? Are you that entertained from the beginning to the end? Are you really like that? Are you just enamored with the actors, right? And then you're saying the show is boring. It very much could be. And I think just take out the cutesy stuff. What's the plot? How much of plot are we actually seeing if you take out all the cutesy, slow burn stuff? Also, with the slow burn, is it slow burn or is it padding? Because people say slow burn when the dynamic isn't going, but sometimes the burning hasn't even started. They haven't lit the match yet. So I'm watching this bored because we ain't doing nothing. It ain't no slow burn. Nothing's happening. Slow burn stuff happens. Now I suspect the trainee has some other plots and things that characters are doing. So that's maybe the romance isn't romancing just yet, or it took a long time. I don't know. I remember someone I knew, another reactor, who was late to watching Not Me, and they felt like it was boring and not really giving nothing when they started watching. And that's only because the boys' love aspect of the show didn't happen until episode 7. So they were waiting for that. But I'm like, the show had everything else going on in it. The world building, the characters, their own plot lines, all these things. And yes, you're going to want the boys to get together, the romance to start, but it's almost like you don't care about any other things besides that. So she was like, "Oh, I don't know about this show. They really not giving." I'm like, I was so surprised because like, Not Me is lit from beginning to end. It was lit. Yes, the romance, the intimacy, not until later, halfway through, but that's fine. They gave us so much entertainment, so much, so much, so much. You know what I mean? So I was kind of like, I don't. I know you watch The Boys Left with a romance, but like the romance stuff, it's not gonna fill in the time enough for it to be entertaining. Like how many times we're gonna have someone do the seatbelt thing, or fall on top of each other, or almost kiss and not kiss, or they get jealous, or whatever the tropes they use in these shows. How much do we need to see of that? How often? How early? Like it, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like it's a little. Sorry, I'm watching these dogs. I hope she didn't pee on the floor. She's still a puppy, and she has a pee pad, but I think she's fine. Anyways, but yeah, I just want to make a quick video to talk about that. I probably want to re-upload that original video because I found it the other day. But yeah, give me your thoughts. Give me your opinions. Do you think Boys Love is boring? It's okay if you do. It's okay. I think their shows are boring. I watch them. Like, I Cannot Reach You, that Japanese series. I love. Down. Is it the most exciting? I wouldn't say so, but the structure of it is really good. The episodes are only 23 minutes long, so you kind of get, and it is slice of life. But I wouldn't say a slow burn. Like the romance is at a good steady pace, but there's episodic things that the boys are doing each episode, and then it all ties in to the end and the beginning, their relationship with each other as it grows. It's a friends to lovers thing. Highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. And I like a show that happens to be boring. I don't want a boring show, but if it happens to be boring, I think it's fine. Like that show is fine. The New Employee, and there's another show that can be seen as boring, but again, the runtime is not too long, and it's tying in things from beginning to end. There's things that the characters care about that we started to care about. So I'm over here like, this is how you do it. We don't need a will they won't they romance to be 12 episodes and an hour and a half each. For what? Yeah, but anyways, let me know your thoughts below on this, and I will see y'all in the next video.